Francisco Pizarro was born in Spain in 1471, the illegitimate son of a poor landholder. He was illiterate and earned his keep herding his father's swine. This allegation is often cited by Pizarro's detractors in comparing him with Hernán Cortés, the upper-class conqueror of Mexico. But Pizarro's impact on the society of Peru was no less far-reaching than the destruction Cortés wreaked on Aztec civilization. Pizarro became known for conquering Peru's Inca Empire and founding the city of Lima in 1535. He first went to the New World in 1502 and spent many years in what is now Central America, especially Panama. From Panama, Pizarro launched expeditions to Peru in 1524 and 1526, the latter with future rival Diego de Almagro. Pizarro was 55 at the time of the 1526 expedition, which was considered to be an old man by contemporary standards. During this expedition down the Pacific coast with Almagro, Pizarro learned of the Inca Empire. Staying behind while his partner sailed back for supplies and reinforcements, Pizarro drew a line in the sand with his sword in front of his dispirited men and asked those desirous of wealth and glory to cross it. With only 13 followers, he continued south, collecting evidence of abundant treasure. Before he could reach the heart of the Inca Empire, he was summoned back to Spain, where he was made a marquis and viceroy over the still-to-be-won Inca province. This promotion relegated Almagro to a subordinate position, and he became a bitter rival. In 1531, Pizarro set out from Panama with his 4 half-brothers and a small force of under 200 men. The Inca Empire was newly racked by a civil war in which the emperor, Atahualpa, had defeated his half-brother, Huáscar. Pizarro chose not to make any of the local alliances that had proved so useful to other conquerors. Instead, he advanced into the Peruvian highlands with 60 cavalry and 100 infantry, equipped with 20 crossbows and a few firearms. Losing many horses on the way, he ascended the Andes and arrived at Cajamarca in November 1532. Atahualpa was waiting for Pizarro with an army of some 30,000 and expected him to pay homage. Professing friendship, Pizarro invited the emperor to dine with him. Atahualpa accepted Pizarro's invitation and entered Cajamarca with a retinue of about 5,000, only to be captured in an ambush in which half his escort was killed. Atahualpa offered to buy his freedom with his gold, but when the huge ransom was delivered, Pizarro executed the emperor. Meanwhile, reinforced by troops under Almagro, the Spanish had captured and sacked Cusco itself, thus completing the conquest of Peru. Pizarro ignored the symbolic importance of the Inca capital at Cusco, and in 1535 founded Lima. Cortés had been able to overcome immediate challenges from his Spanish competitors, but Francisco Pizarro was not so fortunate. Tensions between the original invaders and those who came later divided the conquistadors into 2 parties, respectively led by Pizarro and his rival Almagro. A civil war ensued between the 2 rivals, and in 1538, Francisco's brother, Hernando Pizarro, captured Almagro and executed him. The civil war persisted until 1548, when the Spanish government finally asserted its authority over the new colony. Francisco Pizarro's greed and ambition, extreme even in a conquistador, had offset his resourcefulness, courage, and cunning. By alienating the Almagro faction and executing their leader, he paved the way for conspiracy. A band of assassins surprised him at dinner one night, and although he fought desperately, he was overpowered and killed. A mummified body falsely believed to be Francisco Pizarro's was displayed in Lima Cathedral for centuries. Of the original band of marauding brothers, only Hernando survived the conquest of the Inca Empire.